We live in a time when many truths are emerging. Historical truth, uncomfortable truth, real truth. Truth that speak of control, of manipulation, of suffering. And many of these truths are real. But there is a more subtle question, a question that is rarely asked. What happens in consciousness while it encounters this truth? I'm not here to deny anything, not to say that it did not happen, not to minimize historical pain, not to spiritualize abuse. Many of the structures of control that are being revealed are real. Many collective traumas are real. Much suffering is real. The point is not whether something is true. The point is from where we are looking at it. There is a very subtle trap that can activate precisely at the moment of revelation. And it is a vibrational trap. Many forms of content that expose power, even when they are accurate, continue to anchor consciousness to a very specific frequency. Chronic anger, permanent indignation, fear of the future, a sense of powerlessness, a victim identity. In this way, consciousness moves from an invisible prison to an illuminated one. The cell changes its name, but it remains a cell. And here it is important to make a clear distinction. There is what we call informational conspiracism. It seeks facts, documents, hidden connections, historical evidences. It can be necessary, it can be legitimate, and it can be true. But there is also vibrational conspiracism. And this is not about the accuracy of the information, but about the state of consciousness from which it is received. Vibrational conspiracism keeps consciousness identified with the wound. It does not ask, how am I vibrating while I'm watching this? It only asks, who is to blame? And in this way, even truth becomes a new form of control. And here we touch a delicate point. Speaking of vibrational responsibility does not mean blaming humanity. It does not mean saying, you deserve this. It does not mean justifying abusers. It does not mean denying injustice. It means recognizing something deeper. The collective consciousness has gone through experiences of extreme separation in order to develop discernment, not as a punishment, not as a mistake, but as an experience. Darkness was not only suffered, it was also traversed. Many narratives remain trapped in the first phase. They did this to us. And this is a phase that is understandable. It's human. It's real. And some narratives move to a second phase. Someone will save us. The final truth will liberate us. But the true thresholds is the third phase. I observe, I feel, I respond. Here, history is not denied, but consciousness is no longer defined by history. So the question becomes practical. When you watch a documentary of revelation, ask yourself, am I reacting or am I observing? Am I contracting or am I expanding? Is this information making me more free or more identified with the wound? The difference is not in the content. The difference is in the inner posture. The same truth received from different vibrations creates different worlds. Transformation does not mean forgetting, it does not mean justifying, it does not mean forced forgiveness. Transformation means allowing history to become discernment instead of anger. And when this happens, fear dissolves, consciousness stabilized, truth remained, but it no longer imprisons. Memory stops being an open wound and become clarity. Stay with this sentence. It is not lies that imprison us. It is the vibration with which we react to truth. Do not ask only what happened. Ask yourself, who am I becoming while I'm watching this? And that is where everything begins.